I always knew my sister hated me, but I never understood how deep it ran until my last birthday dinner. She slid a neatly wrapped box across the table, her smile sharp enough to cut glass. Inside was a DNA test kit. "Maybe this will explain why you're another man's mistake," she said, loudly enough for the entire dining room to hear. Forks froze midair. My mother looked like she might break. I swallowed the humiliation and mailed the kit the next morning. Months passed. Then I received a call from our family's estate lawyer requesting an urgent meeting. He mentioned my full name, Grace Ellington, and my mother went pale when I mentioned the call. That was the moment I realized something terrifying. They already knew what I was about to uncover. Our house in Denver looked perfect from the outside. Big windows, manicured lawn, but inside, the air was always cold. Not temperature cold, emotional cold. My sister Naomi absorbed every ounce of attention while I learned how to stay quiet, stay small, and stay out of the way. My achievements were brushed aside, while her minor efforts were celebrated like miracles. By adulthood, I escaped to Austin, building a quiet life far from their shadows. But when my father, the only person who ever made me feel seen, died, I was pulled back into the storm. Mom insisted on a small family dinner. Everything felt off the moment I arrived. Naomi kept glancing at me like she was waiting for a performance to begin. Then came the DNA kit, the humiliation, the smirk. But the fear in my mother's eyes told me something bigger was buried beneath it. That night, I found an old photograph of my mother holding me as a baby beside a man I'd never seen. On the back, in her handwriting, "Forgive me. I took the DNA test because I needed answers, not because Naomi wanted me broken." 5 weeks later, no biological relationship to the Ellington family, but a match to the Hartman lineage, a name I had never heard. When I sent the results to our group chat, my mother panicked, begging me to delete them. Naomi didn't panic. She simply texted, "Well, now you know." The cold satisfaction in those 4 words told me everything. She had been waiting for this. I hired an inheritance attorney, Sarah Ong, and together we uncovered the truth. Naomi had been meeting estate lawyers for months. She had made unauthorized withdrawals from Dad's accounts. She had planned the DNA gift to legally erase me from the inheritance. She believed she had already won. But then came the will reading. Denver was ice cold that morning. Mom arrived broken. Naomi arrived glowing with confidence. I arrived with Sarah beside me. The lawyer opened the will. The first line nearly stopped my heart. "I leave 70% of my estate, including the family home and all assets, to my daughter, Grace Ellington." Naomi exploded. She is not his daughter. But the lawyer continued. "I have known since Grace was 2 years old that she is not my biological child. I raised her by choice. And I leave her my legacy because she earned it." Naomi went silent. Then came the stack of evidence, documents proving she tried to manipulate Dad, steal money, and force him to change the will. Finally, the lawyer read Dad's handwritten note. "Naomi, I know what you have been planning. These consequences are your own doing." Her attorney whispered urgently, "Do not contest this." Because the will had a no contest clause. Naomi tried anyway. She lost everything. By contesting, she triggered penalties. She lost her entire inheritance. She owed $50,000 from unauthorized withdrawals. And she had to repay $200,000 labeled as loans, not gifts. For the first time ever, Naomi wasn't the golden daughter. She was just defeated. My mother's confession. She visited me days later, trembling, finally telling the truth about my biological father and decades of guilt she buried. I listened, but forgiveness takes time. I moved to Oregon, a quiet life, without lies, without manipulation, without the weight of secrets that were never mine to carry. Some endings don't need revenge. Sometimes the truth is the revenge. And if you've ever felt invisible, or unwanted, or overlooked, remember this. You deserve more than the people who failed to see your worth.